Welcome to Radical Underdogs. This is just a quick recap of the weekend at Donnington Park. There will be the full races coming out in due course, don't worry about that. But the key question for this weekend was I able to prepare without any testing but just using the VR headset? Well, the answer to that was yes and no. On the one hand, we ended up with one of the best results of the year, finishing 15th out of a field of 40 cars at Donnington Park. On the other hand, it took us a while to get into it. We qualified 24th, which meant we had to make up a lot of positions in the race. A lot of those positions were through the fault of others, actually. There's quite high attrition at that race weekend as well, so I'm not sure how much of that was down to my own ability or just luck at avoiding incidents. So, did it help? Yeah, I think it did help. But is it a complete replacement for testing? No, it's not. And I guess that's kind of what I expected. But I'm definitely going to carry on using that VR headset to prepare for future races too. And it wasn't just the Mazdas getting in trouble. Other fields too tended to have quite large amounts of contact throughout the weekend at Donnington Park. I don't know what it was. Something to do with the heat or something. But anyway, in qualifying, we managed to get 24th position, which was more or less where we've been qualifying all year. Just below our target, which is middle of the field. And a long way off our ultimate target, which is a top 10 at some point. One of the things at Donnington this weekend was that they had big metal curbs at the inside of the last chicane. That's to stop cars running over and exceeding track limits. However, the issue was they weren't policing those track limits. The only track limits that were policed were on the outside of the corner, which meant to get a fast time, you basically had to run over those curves. And yes, it did mean all four wheels did leave the circuit, at least outside the white lines anyway. But no one ever got pulled up on it, so everyone was doing it, which meant it resulted in quite a large amount of repairs for people. I haven't checked over the car yet, but I think I've managed to have got away with it. But there's certainly others in the field that ended up with several buckled wheels and other damaged components on the car. And to be fair, I was only running for 40 minutes yesterday. Our race was cut short by 5 minutes at the end of the day because of the large amount of contact, and the time was simply running out by that point. And I did try to avoid those curves for most laps. When I was particularly under pressure though, I basically had no choice. I was either going to have to run over those curbs or get past or lose the place. So in qualifying we didn't do that, and we got position 24. Into race 1, again it was a race of attrition in many respects. Lots of cars having incidents and accidents. Donnington Park's nice wide circuit, unlike Camberwell Park we had last time out, but people were still finding ways to get into contact with each other. There are pinch points around the circuit, and running 3, 4, maybe even 5 cars wide in some situations just meant we still ran out of circuit. But anyway, we finished position 19 after race 1, so actually up several positions. Pretty good race. And a lot of that race I spent on my own because of the various incidents left me in a pocket of space. I was neither really catching Michael Pearce. Michael Pearce was getting away from me in front, and that's Jordan Head and there's a pack behind me that weren't really catching me either. So most of the race I was actually on my own, setting track day times, setting test day times. On to race 2, we started in position 19 with several cars behind us who would normally be in front of us. So I was kind of expecting to slip back, to be honest. But got a good start and managed to keep with the pack ahead. And that really helped. Quite a few cars went out in turn 1, and we managed to keep their position afterwards. So actually we managed to go up several positions, up to position 15 by the end of the race. Both of those races had lots of close racing, and it'll be really exciting to watch. So if you want to watch those, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well, and you'll be notified when those get released. But the next step for me is to get the car back on the ramp, have a check over, make sure I haven't buckled any wheels or damaged any suspension components, set the car up, and then next time we're at the last race of the season at Silverstone. In between now and then there'll be other videos as well, of course. And if there's anything you'd like to see in between races on the channel, please just do leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.